Mansfield.
I feel the need for a 7-minute chat about why this game's subtitled Payback is requiring more than just pace. The original Need for Speed, released 23 years ago, first arrived on the 3D... I've been reading the bit that's under how not to open a review of a game. Apologies. Right, this is Need for Speed Payback, and it's not very good. If you just wanted a verdict, there you go. If you want to know a bit more, listen for a few more minutes. Easy, straightforward, that's how a review should be, to me. Anyway, enough about the politics of reviewage, and on to telling you why this game should be ignored unless you can get it for about a £5, which you inevitably will be able to within months. Taking place in a city, on roads, in cars, Payback has you living through some sub-Fast and Furious heist storylines in a Las Vegas-alike town. You drive a bit more, you drive even more, and you're always left feeling like you could do with a bit more speed, almost like you need it. Missions, where you race and drift and drag and heist, is heist a verb? Take place on the reg, it's all very by the book and generally inoffensive, apart from the stuff that offends me, which I will get to. Basically, it's one of the least daring, safest games ever made, much like 2015's Need for Speed, also from EA Ghost. If you've ever paid attention to anything, you will predict everything that happens in this game with 95% accuracy. It's just there. Oh, and it rips control from you at the actual exciting bits because apparently you aren't trusted to hit a ramp or keep a car steady next to a truck or anything that would actually require skill and would be fun. But hey. Now, on to the things that offend me. Wahey! I'm all for taking down the man, he says here on the most the man of the man sites, the YouTubes, and spreading the message of fighting the power even via horrible capitalist pig-dog publishers like EA is absolutely fine. Right even. If it's on as big as a platform as it can be, it can get to many more ears, strike a chord with many more people. Great, cool, do that instead of jingoistic war propaganda. I'm happy with that. And Payback even acknowledges the fact it has a ludicrous group of characters who fight against the system using drifting. Mac takes the piss out of them regularly for this. There's self-awareness at play and I like that, especially as a lot of anti-the-man types are so very po-faced. But it falls into a trap of all bluster making me fluster, a new phrase I've just coined, for one very daft reason. While you're fighting against the established order, causing chaos, taking on the man, teaming up with those who share your beliefs, part of your approach is to destroy billboards. Advertising hoardings are a blight on our lives, of course, so it's fair to want to destroy them and allow ourselves just one sodding moment without having something sold to us. Again, well aware of the irony of talking about that with a video that has ads on it. But these billboards you destroy in your fight against corporate oppression, well, you can't destroy them all, and the ones you can't destroy? Why, of course they're real adverts for real products like Coca-Cola and Braun. You open the game and are met with a news piece talking about Need for Speed teaming up with fashion outlet ASOS. You are very much deep inside a piece of adver-hawking propaganda, only it's one that insults your intelligence with moves like this. Yeah, you're fighting the man, take them down, buy Coke, fight the power, this corruption will not stand, free returns with ASOS, don't conform, shave that beard off Braun style. It reminds me of Shaun White's Skateboarding, the game where you set about taking down the Ministry, which had turned everyone into boring suits and the game world grey. You ollied and kickflipped through the world restoring colour, which was really cool. Also, you restored branded clothing stores, advertisements and fast food chains. Because you shouldn't be grey, but always consume. I don't expect actual anarchist ethics in games from publishers like these, but for God's sake at least pay attention to what you're doing. Anyway, away from the thing that's really left me with pie all over my face, there's Need for Speed Rivals, Underground, no, not that one, I'm not going to sully the good name of Hot Pursuit by comparing it to this one. Payback, that's it. It's the third NFS game from EA Ghost, and it's the second time it's been utterly turgid. By that I don't mean the dictionary definition of tediously pompous or bombastic, though there's arguments for that. No, I mean swollen and distended or congested, because that's how it feels, gross and bloated, pointlessly thrusting more crap you don't care about in your direction while you fall into a waking coma. That's another thing actually, I talk about how racing games send me into a waking coma, and I mean it in a positive sense. It's cathartic, prosaic in the best way, hypnotic like few other genres can be. When I say it in relation to Need for Speed, I just mean it puts me into a coma. That's all, no subtext. It's an exaggeration of truth stated for impact to help you realise just how thoroughly banal I find this game. It's the kind of game where the main character would probably say banal, and oh god, that main character, Chet Tylerson or whatever the crapping heck his name is. Why does he exist? An ASOS mannequin with all the expressive range of An ASOS mannequin, Chad Blast Racer gets far more screen time than anything as mediocre as he is deserves. Same goes for his crew, and please understand I can only say that word with the biggest of air quotes around it. And the antagonists, and the other crew air quotes leaders, and anyone else at all in this merry-go-round of unsalted gruel. I've not even gotten to how, just like the last game, Payback is exceptionally slow, with only the slightest sense of speed coming when you boost for an extended period. So the drag racers then, and not the excellent RuPaul kind. Nor have I haughtily lambasted it for following zero internal logic. Actually a bit on that now, because it really annoys me. See, you're driving in a Koenigsegg Regera, it's one of the fastest cars in the world. The ludicrous acceleration of the road bastard is referenced by your crew in air quotes. They say the police will have an impossible task in catching you because the car is stupid quick. You are promptly caught up with by basic police cars while going flat out, who you then have to evade. It makes no sense. There's more like this. The internet superstar whose name I didn't care enough to learn, just like real life internet superstars, who hilariously asks if your drifting ability is down to pressing the drift button. A fine throwaway comment that isn't so bad as to complain about, you might think. Except in the game you are playing, you don't even press a button to drift. Complete and total cognitive dissonance. This game doesn't know what it is or pay attention to what it's doing. It's like me with a hangover. Do I hate Need for Speed Payback? No, there's far worse stuff out there. But its attitude, its stinking lack of logic, its desire to be oh so cool, all of that is misguided at best. At worst, it's a cynical hack job put together by a room full of dullard suits, all of whom think this will immediately win them back the numbers they enjoyed in the series' sales figure heyday of Underground. Kids aren't that stupid, and a lot of them won't fall for this forced out trash. Either Need for Speed needs to go back to Criterion, or it needs to suffer a takedown of its own. Overall, 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching, please do like, share, subscribe and reminisce about the good old days of Need for Speed, which were basically just both the games that had Hot Pursuit in the title. Bye!